Hello test takers, welcome back to Exam Prep Solutions, and today we have another sample problem. We're going to be doing a little fluid mechanics, and we have a pretty simple Pitot tube problem here, but I just want to go over how maybe there could be some slip-ups here that can cause you to not do this problem right, and it's also of course important to make sure our units are correct when doing these kinds of problems. So the problem statement is find the pressure change kilopascals in a Pitot tube filled with water with a velocity of 5 meters per second. And so we have the velocity of the fluid, but now we're going to need to find all these other variables here. So this is the FE exam manual excerpt here showing the equation. And we have a couple different versions of this equation, and it has a diagram. It has velocity equals the square root of 2 over the density of the liquid times the pressure change. And then we have root 2g times the pressure change divided by the unit weight. And these will give you the same answer, but you have to make sure you use the right values. So we know the velocity is 5 meters per second. And now I'm going to use the first equation for this one. We have 2 divided by, and now we want to think about the density of the water, not the unit weight. Remember, these are separate measurements, and we are in metric units. So the density of water we're going to use is 997. Usually we would use the unit weight of 1, but this is the density. So we're going to use 997 times the pressure difference, which we don't know, right? So I'm just going to go PD as in delta pressure, and this is all taken the square root of. And now we have our problem set up. It should be fairly easy to solve. This is just an example of you can get simple problems like this on the FE exam, but if you don't understand exactly what value you need to use, or maybe that there's a simple step that you're missing, you could get the problem wrong. And so it's important to get the simplest problems that you can on the FE exam, get those down, then spend more time on much more difficult problems. So let's also make sure our units are correct here. And so we're going to square both sides. So you have 25 equals 2 divided by 997 times the change in pressure. And so that means 25 divided by 2 divided by 997 is going to equal 12,462. That is our change in density. Remember, our units are going to be kilopascals for this one. So the answer is going to be B for this problem. So just like I said, make sure you have all your ducks in a row, all your values are correct, all the units you are using are correct, and that you're using the density, not the unit weight, if you're going to use the first equation. If you're going to use the second equation, you're going to want to use G, 9.81, and then the density of water, which you can find in the FE handbook. And then you're going to want to use those values to make sure your final units adds up to kilopascals. So anyways, that is this practice problem. If you have any questions or suggestions on practice problems, leave it in a comment down below, and we'll see you guys next time.